Happy Halloween, everyone. It is October 31st, so you know what that means. It is time to wrap up all of the manga and books I read in the month of October 2023. So let's just get into it. The first thing I read this month was appropriate because here on the back cover there is a Halloween scene. I read volume 3 of Kimi ni Todoke. This is by Karuho Shina, and this is the cute little artwork I was talking about. There's them sitting on a pumpkin. It's just really cute, and it came at the perfect time. I had ordered this used, and I was so excited to have new volumes of this to read. I'm feeling really cozy right now. I brought a candle in here, and hopefully it doesn't catch my shelves on fire, so pray for me. But this was so cute. I love the whole section about her trying to get better at soccer. That was so precious. I can't wait to read the next volume. I already have it on my shelf, so I can't wait to jump into that one. Next is the new series that I'm trying out. I really liked QQ Sweeper, so I've started Queen's Quality. This is volume 1. This is by Kyosuke Motomi, the same creator as Dengeki Daisy and Beastmaster, which I do own Beastmaster somewhere on my shelves. And I've liked Dengeki Daisy so far, reading it in the Viz app, so I want to try this one, and I like this volume. I think that it feels a little bit different from QQ Sweeper, a little darker, and diving into the more serious part of the story. So I do think that you have to read QQ Sweeper before you can read this one. So far, so good. We'll keep going with this one. The next thing I read is volume 6 of Imakoi, Now I'm in Love by Ayuko Hata. This is continuing to be a fantastic series, and I know the last volume, the cover just got revealed or whatever from, I think Shoujo Beat posts them on Twitter, the cover reveals. So I'm sad that this is going to be over, I think in 9 volumes, if I remember that correctly. That's sad, but also really exciting because that means that we can move on to a new series. Maybe the creator will have a new series we can try out, so I'm excited to give that one a shot if we ever do. So definitely they're on my radar from here on out. Hey, new day. My candle's gone for certain reasons, but I wanted to finish filming this video because my husband came home and I had to stop and do some things. So we're back at it. I'm going to continue this video. Also, I want to show y'all my cool shirt I got. Me and my husband ordered. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but it says LeVar Burton reads banned books. Says read banned books. This was like part of a charity and we got it, and it was expensive, but it goes to a good cause. So we got it and it's really cool. Yeah, I love it. I've got a volume 9 of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. This is by Nene Yukimori, and this series is continuing to be adorable and cute. The covers are starting to look kind of dark for some reason. At least the front. These are still cute. But this is a fun series, and I'm really hoping that we get a very nice satisfying conclusion at the end of this. I've really been enjoying it, and the covers are always really pretty. Next I have the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You volume 6. This is story by Rikito Nakamura and art by Yukiko Nozawa. This one's a lot thicker than usual, I think. At least it feels that way. And here's the back cover if you're someone who likes to see those. This series is just a guilty pleasure for me at this point. It's not intellectual, it's slapstick, very self-aware, and just obnoxiously wild. So if you're looking for something just outrageous and ecchi, this is a good series. It's questionable. It has some very bad things going on in it, but it's also really funny. So I love reading it. Next, I finally have been able to continue Bleach. I have volume 24 here. This one has the OG Grimmjow. He is one of my favorite characters from the series. Haven't fully decided who my favorite character is yet. I'm still watching Thousand Year Blood War if you're into the anime, and it's so good. I can't wait for the new season to come out, but this one was really good. It's in the arc where Grimmjow has invaded Ichigo's town and they're starting to fight all of them, and it's good. It's material I've already watched, but I'm slowly catching up with the manga content. So I bought this one used. It's still good condition. Super cheap to find these. Easy too. So if you want to give it a try, I recommend jumping in on that now. I got volume 6, Waiting for Spring. This series is so sweet and so cute, and I don't know why I'm blurry, but I keep going in and out of focus. But this is a series that I haven't read in a long time, so I'm glad that I finally got to read a new volume, and I will be actively collecting this one so that I can finish it, because it's been forever since I started this series and I have not finished it yet. So I'm happy I got to read a new one. It's so sweet. I absolutely love this group of friends, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna end, because I don't know, I'm really into this romance. I think it's precious, so I'm really enjoying that one as well. Next thing I read was Stray Cat and Wolf. This is by Mitsubachi Miyuki, the same person who made Cheeky Brat. I haven't read Cheeky Brat or anything else by this creator that I am aware of. I didn't love this. It was okay. I love the cover. That's really what pulled me in, is the idea of it being like a rock star guy. I like rock music and I love the musician scene, but I just don't feel anything for these characters at the moment at all. I don't think the guy's hot. I don't think the girl's very interesting. I think she's kind of bland. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I'm gonna pick up one more volume before I fully decide, I think, but I might not be in a hurry to pick up that second volume, if that makes sense. If you like this one, please tell me if you've read it all, if it gets better, or if it just kind of continues the vibe of the first one and the second one, because I'm not so sure if I like it. I don't know if I just wouldn't like this creator's work, or if it's just this one in particular that I happen to pick up. Not a huge fan, so we'll see on that one. Next up, I read volume 2 of Like a Butterfly by Sue Morishita. This is very cute, very basic romance. It's not super complicated. If you're looking for something a little more unique, maybe this is not one for you, but if you like Sue Morishita's work, I do recommend this one. The art's fantastic. It's like one of their earlier work, so it's very simple versions of their stuff. You've got this girl who people call a flower. She's not on this cover, but she's very beautiful and delicate, and all the guys think she's hot or whatever, and she's really shy, and she likes this guy who they're starting to notice each other. So it just seems like it's going to be a very simple romance, and he's in karate, which I like, because my husband's and I do karate, but my husband's an instructor, so I love when I find a story or romance about someone who's in some kind of martial arts class. I think that's really fun. So I'm enjoying it, and I will be continuing it. This was really cute. The next thing I read is one I picked up a while back at a used manga store. It's volume 1 of B.O.D.Y. I don't know why there's periods in there. You could have just called it body. I don't know. I don't know how you say the name that's just A.O. If someone knows, let me know. But it's an older shoujo beat series, and I like this. I can't remember off the top of my head what this was about. Oh yeah, now I remember, sorry. I read so many romances, it's hard. This guy apparently secretly does like, kind of like a butler cafe. You pay to take him on a date kind of situation or whatever, and he keeps it a secret from his classmates, and then she finds out about it. So like, he's trying to make her fall in love with him, and she's like, no, I can never fall in love with you, that kind of situation. So I think it'll be fun if I can find the rest of the volumes. It's not the most like elaborate manga yet, but I do like the art. I think it's cute, and I think this could be a really fun story, so I will be continuing this if I can find more volumes. Next up, I have volume 2 of my special one. This is by Momoko Koda. I really like the first volume. If you're interested in my opinions of the first volume, my first impressions, I will put that video in the description below, so please check that out first. This is really good. I've been enjoying it, and I will be continuing it, but this one got a lot darker. The series is getting really dark, and I like it. I like when my shoujo gets dark and also has romance on the side, so this is right up my alley, and I don't see enough people talking about it, so please check it out if you like romance. It's also got some idol culture in here, so if that's not something you like, maybe it's not for you. The next thing I read is volume 3 of Interviews with Monster Girls. This is by Petos or Pitos. I'm not sure how you say their name, but I really love this series. There are a lot of questionable things in this series. I can understand someone being turned off from reading it, but I like it. I think that if you can look past the possible creepy vibes of the first few volumes and get to the good stuff, you'll see that it's not going to be like a teacher-student romance. At least I hope that's not where it's going. I don't think it is, but I'm going to keep going until it gets there. We will see. But I love this character. She's wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Succubuses are so interesting to me, and that's what she is. This is just a fun series. I think it's interesting. The art's crazy. Like, it's not like your typical cutesy series, slice of life art style. So I've been really enjoying it. The next thing I read is volume 2 of Children of Whales. I have a lot of volume 2s in this video. Very interesting, huh? But these covers are absolutely stunning. I just stare at them online and I want all of them to be on my shelves because they're so pretty. The spines are okay, but these covers are gorgeous. I wish they were like holographic though. But I highly recommend this series if you're into fantasy and like interesting world building, because this is it, y'all. This is so good. I can't wait for volume 3. The next thing I read is volume 4 of Love and Lies. This is by Musao. Once again, kind of just like a guilty pleasure for me, but also an interesting premise. But it's not like the best writing in my opinion. I think that there are problems with this series as far as the writing goes and the ideas behind it. But I love the idea of a government where your partner is decided when you turn 16 and they send you a letter that's like, here you go, here's who you're gonna be with. Do you accept it? And if you say no, it's kind of like a big social faux pas. So you just kind of go with it and it usually works out, but like he's already in love with someone. So it's messy. It's so weird and funny and I love it. It's just a big love octagon or whatever is happening in here, but I know there are 2 endings, so I think that's really fun. It's kind of like a Otome game kind of situation, so I can't wait to get to the end of this. The next volume I read is volume 1 of The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. I don't love the English title of this. I feel like the Japanese title flowed better, but I'll take what I can get. This is by Square Enix, like publishing, and it's really thin and really expensive. It's $15 in American. It was really cute. I will say that this will be my new Wotakoi and Sweat and Soap series, but I'm not saying it's as good as those because I have not read past this. But I really like this, and I hope that I like it just as much as Wotakoi because it's a really cute office romance, and the guy is like an ice spirit, and she's just really cool. And I love both of these characters so far, but it's very expensive, so just be aware of that before you add to cart, because I feel like you could get this a lot cheaper, and I hope that everyone likes it because it's really cute, and I'm going to be continuing it using discount codes as much as possible. But I really like this. I have 2 more books here. One is a physical book like reading words book, and the other one is some smut. So if you are below the age of 18, you can click off this video or do not read these books because you are not old enough for either of them because they are adult content. But if you are willing to watch the rest of the video, stay here. If not, I'll see you later. I have volume 2 of I'll Never Be Your Crown Princess. This is a gorgeous cover. These covers are always very pretty. I love the nice blue roses. I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first volume, only because we're getting like actual story and some background of this character. And I really hope that we get more of that and it isn't just skipped over to get to the smut, which smut's great and all, but like, that's not really why I like this. Honestly, that's not the reason I like this series so far. I like the idea of what she's had to do with the witch lady. I'm interested in that part, and I know that the sequel series has already come to be announced in English print, so I will be continuing it if it continues on the route that it is. So I like this, and the smut is like blurred over a little bit, so you don't get everything. So yeah, just be aware of that before you purchase. And the last thing I read is a book. So I'm sorry for everyone who's just here for the manga. I have not read a physical book in so long, y'all. I just hadn't been in the mood, and now I'm kind of in the mood again. So I might be throwing in my books at the end of my manga wrap-ups just so you guys can see what I read. And if you hate it, I do apologize, but you can just click off the video when you're done watching that part. So this is called Nothing But Blackened Teeth. This is by Cassandra Caw, I guess is how you say their name. This cover's really cool. I got this over a year ago at Barnes & Noble when I was buying a bunch of manga because it was like, spend this much and you get it either for free, or I got it for like $4 or something, super cheap or free. And I was like, sure, I've been keeping my eye on it anyway. I was thinking about getting it, and full price it's $13. So I thought, why not? It's a short kind of novella. I'm not sure what the criteria for novella is, but it's under 200 pages. So I'm assuming it's a novella. And it's about this group of friends who, for some reason, decide there's a couple within the friend group who want to get married in this like ancient Japanese haunted mansion. Which I guess, cool, whatever your kink is, but it was not very good. I had high hopes for it because I like horror, whether it's good or bad, but it was kind of boring. It wasn't so bad that it was good. It was just lacking something. There was a lot of tension in the friend group for the main character. For some reason, they all hated her except for one person. And it's like, why? Why do we hate this girl? You don't really go into it. They just say that something happened and she did something and blah, blah, blah. But we never get why. And it's like, I don't appreciate that. Like, why? Just make them mean. Make their friends mean, or make them like enemies and she just crashed the party or something. Like, it didn't make sense, you know? I feel like there were a lot of missing pieces. I don't know if this was supposed to be part of a series or what, but I didn't love it. I think I gave it like 1 or 2 stars just because I enjoyed the atmosphere and the setting a lot, but I did not enjoy the characters or the writing. It just wasn't for me, but I had to read something spooky for Halloween and this is what I picked. So yeah, it was fun enough. Anyways, you guys, that's all I read in the month of October 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a like and subscribe to my channel because that really does me a lot of favors. I just hit 700 subs the last time I checked, unless it went down or whatever. But that's really exciting. I haven't really had much growth until this year. I really started pumping out content more regularly and really focusing on what I want to talk about, and I think that helped. I've always loved making videos, but I never really dove into it like I have recently. And it's really, really fun to see that kind of pay off and you guys enjoy what I'm doing and to have conversations with you guys. I've had some fun on TikTok talking to people about manga, and I'm just having a good time. So thank you for joining me in that. It's been great. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!